All right, I mentioned before that sometimes we want to know the smallest number that satisfies, or even the largest, depending on the question. So in those cases, what we're doing is solving our inequality. So going back to the example we looked at before, 4x minus 2 is greater than 7, and we talked about how 4 was big enough, 10 was big enough, 100 was big enough, even 3 was big enough, but 2 was too small. So we needed to find something between 2 and 3 to be the smallest possible answer here. So what we're going to do here is just solve it as if this was an equals. So I'm going to treat this exactly like it was an equals. There's one little exception which won't come up in this one, and I'll talk about in a moment. So for this one here, I'm going to look at what's happening to my x. Well, I'm timesing by 4, I'm minusing 2. The opposites are plus 2, divide by 4, do an opposite order. So plus 2 plus 2. Over here I get 4x, and still greater than, and now 9. Okay, now I need to do my divide by 4. Divide by 4, divide by 4. I get x, still greater than. I put that in my calculator, and I get 2.25. And that means any x greater than 2.25 will satisfy this equation. Now, I talked about the one exception. The one exception is where we have to multiply or divide by a negative number. If we multiply or divide by a negative, the only thing we have to do to keep this correct is to flip the inequality. So instead of being greater than, it becomes less than. Let's do a simple example like that. So let's say that I had 5 minus 3x is less than or equal to 17. Okay, so now I'm looking at what's happening to my x. Now here, I've got this minus 3. I think of that as minus 3 times x. So I've got a minus times by minus 3. And then this is, because the 5 has got a plus at the front if there's nothing there. So it's actually a plus 5. And so going the reverse would be minus 5 and divide by negative 3. So the first bit is nice and easy. Minusing 5 off both sides. I get minus 3x is smaller than or equal to 12. Now, when I divide by minus 3 here, I have to do what I just said before, flip the inequality. That means that this inequality, instead of being less than or equal to, becomes greater than or equal to. So x is now greater than or equal to, and then 12 divided by negative 3. If I put that in a calculator, I get negative 4. Oh, I see that that's fallen off the edge of the page. So I'll write it over here. So x, so I flip the inequality, x is greater than negative 4. Sorry about that.